Welcome back to the Los Angeles Angels draft-only franchise. Last episode, we saw the Major League debut of Nelson Rada, had 2 hits in that game. We also had Edgar Mota win the home run derby in his first year, also played in the All-Star game, and then we had a phenomenal draft, getting an 89 overall, 95 potential, absolute stud starting pitcher Derek Siddiqui, in the high 90s for both his strikeouts and walks per 9. Now we are in the last episode of this season. We are not going to the playoffs, so we're going to wrap up everything right here. Before we get into any gameplay or anything, I have a couple of decisions to make here on contract extensions. Actually, 3 guys I'm going to look at. First one going to be Tony Gonsolin, who is pitching absolutely phenomenal for us. And look at these hits per 9, low every year. And he's dropped his home runs this year, and he's 33 years old, but I want to bring him back for at least 1 more year, maybe 2. So we're going to go in here and see what he says. Let's start with 1 year and see what he wants. And we will gladly pay him 16.3. And he wants longer, so we'll go with 2 years, and then that'll drop that down. Once 2 years, we'll go 15 mil for 2 years. We have plenty of room since we don't have a whole lot of payroll right now. We're going to start getting more money as we start winning. We'll generate more revenue, and so I'm not too worried about paying big money for a guy at this point in this franchise. And he takes that, so we have him for 2 more years. Same thing, Jason Foley. I want to get him in, and I want to make this a 2-year deal with him as well. Bias time for Daryl Boovey and Phil Perez. See if he'll take this at 4.7, and he does. Good. And then we have one more guy that I'd like to sign, and that's Freddie Lorenz. And the reason why I want to do this is because once we get further along, he's going to start looking at $30 million once we get up to 6 years. So kind of like to lock him in now. He's been pitching absolutely phenomenally, so we're going to go 6 years with him. Let me get this down to 1. Let's go 3 years, and this will help boost up our go much faster. Let's get this up to... It's going to be closer to $9 million. If he's going to be worth 30 when he gets older, keep pushing that up. I'd rather pay him more now, so save money on the back end of this deal. Maybe it's closer to 12. Go 6. And yeah, he wants more than 12, so I'm going to pay this. If we can pay a ton of money now when we don't need to worry about it so much, it'll save us down the road because I don't want to have to pay him $30 million. We're going to have to pay some other guys as well. So let's see if we can lock this guy in, top of the rotation guy, for $15.6 million. And we want to keep him in here. There we go, $11.9 million. Eventually you'll find a number that they'll agree to. So let's go down here to Lorenz, and you'll see his contract, 11.9 for the next 5 seasons, and that'll be a bargain by the time we get to the end of that. He said Gonsolin, same thing with him, 15 mil for the next 2 years, and by the time he's done, we'll have Bremner and Lorenz and Siddiqui at the top, and some of these other guys down here, Mateo Espinoza, those guys will be far enough along, especially Mateo and maybe even Terry, that they can slide in, pick up the last 2 spots in the rotation. So a little bit of housekeeping that I wanted to take care of before we get to the off season. And 2 weeks after signing that large extension, Freddie Lorenz made history as he throws a no-hitter against the White Sox. It's 10 strikeouts, gave up 1 walk, another batter reached on an error, only needed 97 pitches for the no-no. Here's this game right here on the 15th. Check out the box score. Jesus Mate went 3 for 5, scored 2 runs. Nelson Rada had a 2-run shot. Alex Pinellas 4 hits, including a home run, drives in 3. Gavin Cross with a solo shot. Jesus Mate with 2 steals, and there you go, Freddie Lorenz, 9 innings, no hits, no runs, a walk, and 10 strikeouts. I was actually recording this game. I was doing a quick manage game, waiting for something to happen, and we took it all the way to the bottom of the 9th inning, and I hit record on the last batter, Richie Palacios, and again, for whatever reason, Streamlabs and my capture card weren't communicating, and so it just had a static picture, so we didn't have any video, just the audio. So I apologize. I really wanted to show that to you, but went to edit and all we had was a solid screen. So either way, Freddie Lorenz with a no-hitter, and I can't believe all these young guys that have been called up are just excelling, and that just bodes well for the future of this draft-only franchise. And we didn't get to see Freddie Lorenz throw a no-hitter on camera against the White Sox. But we're going to get his next start and see if he can match Johnny Vandermeer's record of back-to-back no-hitters. See, he's in the dugout there with Dominic Keegan. Freddie Lorenz having an outstanding season this year. See his last two starts, 15 innings, 15 strikeouts, 0.6 ERA and a 0.6 whip. 6-7 with a 2.87 ERA on the season. And we are just going to watch Freddie pitch. We'll quick manage the at-bats for the Angels when they come up to the plate. See our record. We're 15 games out of the wild card, 55-76, trying to win over 70 games. I think the game projected us to only win 70 games this year. There's a pop fly into left field. Gavin Cross drifts back, and he's going to have that for the first out. It's a nice, bright, sunshiny day today in L.A. That'll bring in Tyler Freeman, center fielder, see what he's doing on the season. Now Freeman ahead in the count, 2-1. Here's the pitch from Freddie. It's going to be a fly ball on the center field. Rada drifts over, shy of the track, and he's going to have that for the second out. That'll bring in Alec Burleson, the right fielder, former St. Louis Cardinal. See what he's done in the year with 25 home runs, hitting .277. Now Burleson's worked that count full. Here's the pitch from Freddie. And it's going to be a base hit down into the right field corner. Rosario's got it. Throw comes back in. And Burleson is going to hang on with a single. So we only get 2 outs into this game, and the no-hitter is already broken up. He just turned on that pitch and hooked it over the first baseman's head down in the corner. Good job to hold him to just 1. That'll bring in Vinny Pasquantino, the cleanup hitter. See, hitting .254 with 24 bombs. Pasquantino down on the count, 1-2. Freddie trying to finish him off. Here's the pitch. And it's a shot into the right field corner. Rosario drifting back to the warning track and has it on the edge of the track for the third out. So Freddie gives up 1 hit. Gets 3 fly balls. No run scores. We go to the bottom of the first. Jesus Made leads off with a single. Steals second base. Rada grounds out. Mota doubles. It's now 1-0 Angels. Fly out. Walk. A pop out. Leading things off for the Royals here in the second. Second baseman Edmundo Sosa. And the count even at 2. Here's Freddie's pitch to Sosa. And it's going to be a ground ball to short. Made with a scoop. Throw to first. And he got the first batter out. That'll bring in the DH Jorge Mateo. Here's the pitch from Freddie. That's going to be a fly ball into right field. Rosario tracking back. Settles under it. And he's going to have that for the second out. That'll bring in third baseman Michael Garcia. See, he's got a lot of power in RBIs, but not much of an average in OPS. So Garcia's down on the count, 0-2. Here's the pitch from Lorenz. And check swing. He went around, gets by the catcher, throw down to first, and they just get him. So strikeout, 2-3 on the putout. We go to the second inning. It's bottom of the second inning. It's 1-0 Angels. All right, leading things off, DH John Singleton. He doubles. Keegan flies out. Lofton grounds out. Made pops out. And leading things off here on the top of the third, Jack Caglione. Remember him from my White Sox draft-only franchise last year. Not doing too hot this year. Looks like he just came up, though. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Freddie. Swings and misses. And Caglione works the count even at 2-2. Freddie rocks and fires. Strike 3 on the outside edge on the slider. There we go. Strikeout number 2 of the day. That'll bring in the catcher, Luis Torrens. He's having a bad season, too. He's already down on the count, 0-1. Here's the pitch from Lorenz. It's going to be a pop fly behind third base in foul territory. Pinellas is under it, and he's got it for the second out. Do what Bobby's done in the season, 265, 16 homers, 65 ribs. Already trying to get another 1-2-3 inning. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swings ahead of it, strike 2. Freddie's ahead of Witt. 0-2 now. Here's the pitch. Swings and misses and strikes out. That's 3 strikeouts in the last 4 batters. He puts him down 1-2-3 here in the third. Go to the bottom half. It's still 1-0 good guys. All right, bottom of third. Nelson Rada leading off. He doubles. Edgar Mota pops out. Benelis singles. It's now 2-0. Fly out and a ground out. Tyler Freeman going to lead things off here in the top of the fourth for Kansas City. They're down 0-2. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be a ground ball to Mota. He's got it. Races to the bag, and he beats the batter to the bag. So 1 down. That'll bring in Alec Burleson. Got the only hit of the game so far for the Royals in the top half of the first. Burleson down on a count, 1-2 now. Here's Lorenz's pitch, trying to put him away. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did. Strike out number 4. Freddie's on a roll right now. That'll bring in the slugging first baseman, Vinny Pasquantino. Nobody on and 2 out. Got a battle going on here. Lots of foul balls. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch from Freddie. It's a shot into the right field corner. Rosario chasing, and he's got it on the warning track just shy of that curve in the wall. As Freddie Lorenz has retired 10 straight batters, and the Angels lead 2-0 going to the bottom of the fourth. And Singleton's going to lead things off here in the bottom of the fourth. He draws a walk. Keegan strikes out. Nick Lofton singles. 2 on, 1 out. Made grounds out. Nelson Rada singles. It's now 4-0. Mota hits a 2-run shot. It's now 6-0 Angels. New pitcher Marlon Benoit comes in. Benelis with a single. Merry-go-round continues. Rosario strikes out, but we put up 4 in the bottom of the fourth. Lorenz is retired 10 in a row. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's going to be a line shot right to Mota for the first out. That'll bring in the DH, Jorge Mateo. See what he's done on the year. 233, 15 steals. Mateo down on the count, 1-2. Here's Freddie's pitch. Swings way out in front of that slider and strikes out. That's strikeout number 5. As he's retired 12 straight batters. And that's going to be a base hit past Benelis at third base. Garcia first pitch swinging. He singles past the third base bag. Kansas City's first base runner since the first inning. That'll bring in Caglione. Got lots of power. Now we got 1 on and 2 out. 6-0 Angels here on top of the fifth. Full count. Here's the pitch from Freddie. It's going to be a pop-up behind the plate. Keegan, right behind Caglione's going to have it for the third out. There we go. All right, Gavin Cross going to lead things off here in the bottom of the fifth. He gets a double. Singleton grounds out. Keegan flies out, and Lofton walks. Made 2 on, 2 out. Doubles, and we score 1. The other one gets thrown out on the bases. So now 7-0 as we go to the sixth. And leadoff batter is going to be the catcher, 9-hitter, Luis Torrens. Popped out his first time. Count even at 2 now. Freddie, he's only allowed 2 hits today. On a roll again. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he strikes him out. That's strikeout number 6. I'll bring in the leadoff hitter, Bobby Witt Jr. See, he's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout. Got to keep this guy off the bases. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Freddie. Broke his bat, little bloop to first base. Mota's got it, tags the runner, and that's the second out of the inning. Solid jam shot there, sawed him right off. And I'll bring in Tyler Freeman, the center fielder. And first pitch swinging, little pop fly into shallow center field. Rada drifting under, and he's going to have it for the third out. And Rada caught that third out. It's going to lead off the inning with a walk. Edgar Mota strikes out. Benelis singles, man at the corners and 1 out. Rosario walks to load the bases for Gavin Cross. He singles in a run. It's 8-0. And a hit by pitch is going to load the bases again. And a strikeout ends the inning. So 8-0 as we go to the seventh. And Burleson's going to lead off here in the seventh. He's got one of the 2 hits for Kansas City. He's down on a count 0-2. Here's Freddie's pitch. Swing and a miss, and he strikes him out. Strikeout number 7 on the day for Freddie. There we go. He is on fire right now. That'll bring in Vinny Pasquantino. He's 0 for 2. Rips one down the right field line, hooking foul. Freddie ahead in the count 0-1 now. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a pop-up in the infield. Benelis settles under it. He's going to have it right near the bag, and that's the second out. That'll bring in Edmundo Sosa. He's 0 for 2 with a line out and a ground out. Royals struggling to get anybody on base today. Here's Freddie's 0-1 pitch. Ripped into left field. Cross runs over, and he's got it on the run for the third out. Another 3 up, 3 down for the Angels pitcher. We go to the bottom of the inning. It's a laugher, 8-0 Angels. And leading things off in the bottom of the 7th, going to be Nick Lofton. He grounds out. Made strikes out. Rada singles. Strikeout by Mota. We go to the 8th. Jorge Mateo leading things off. Freddie kicks and fires. That's a ground ball. Base hit past Mota into right field. The third hit of the day for the Royals. Now we'll see if Freddie's going to stay in or if they're going to go to the pen. 8-0 lead here. And yep, they're going to go to the pen. He's done enough. Pitched 7 innings, allowing 3 hits, 7 strikeouts, no walks. On the heels of a no-hitter. I would say he is in the zone right now. And running in out of the bullpen, going to be Tyson Miller. See what he's done on the year. Very good season for him. And we are just going to quick manage the rest of this game. Get a walk, 2 on, nobody out. Caglione, an error, makes it 8-1. Ground out, line out, line out. So 1 unearned run scores. Bottom of the inning, strikeout, double, fly out. Go to the 9th. Let's go back to the pen. Going to bring in Eric Miller. Walk, a fly out, a double. Go back to the pen. Let's go to Jimenez. Strikeout and a ground out, and there we go. And the Angels put up 8 early, hang on to win the game 8-2. Lorenz goes to 7-7. Kolek loses, he goes to 7-4, and we sweep the Royals here at home, pounding out 15 hits. Man, I can't wait for this team next season when we get some more help on the offensive side. Check out this box score. See 1 hit for Burleson, 1 for Sosa, 1 for Mateo. Garcia had 1, 2 walks. Kolek gives up 6 runs in 3 2/3. Our side, Mate, 2 hits. Rada, 3 hits, 3 runs, 2 RBIs, and a walk. Mota, 2 hits, 3 RBIs, including a home run, is 37th. Pinellas, 3 hits. Cross with 3 hits. Keegan and Rosario, the only ones without a hit, and Rosario had 2 walks himself. Stolen base, number 41 by Mate. As Freddie goes 7 innings, like I said, 3 hits, 1 run, unearned, no walks, 7 strikeouts. And a big home series sweep against the Royals. And check this out. Our Angels have won 10 of their last 11 games going back to this game on Boston. Win 2 out of 3 there, 3 out of 4 against the Angels. Sweep Kansas City. We've won the first 2 against Seattle. And we've won 8 games in a row, 10 out of 11. My goodness. And that has really helped us in the standings because we have 3 teams in the American League. We're only 2 games behind the Rangers. And should be 2 more down here. Yep. So we are on fire, moving up the standings. And this team is, look at that. We've only given up 2 runs there. Total 2 runs there. Pitching and hitting have come along. Pitching's been dominant here against Seattle. And we're closing in on the end of August here. We'll get to our September call-ups here in just a minute. And we have another important milestone, this 4-2 win over the Dodgers. Edgar Mota goes 2 for 4, drives in 4 runs, hits another home run and a double. And those 4 RBIs are enough to give him 100 on the season. As we go over here, check the leaders for the awards. There we go, Mota hitting 289 with 38 home runs and 100 RBI. Leads the major leagues. Just an unbelievable rookie season. And we have reached September 1st. It is September call-up day, and I am not going to bring up any of our other top prospects. See down in AA, our Trash Pandas have a 5-game lead. Looks like they're going to go to the playoffs. And in AAA, our Bees have a 2-game lead over the Aces, trying to win the Pacific Coast West. And I do not want to mess that up by stealing away some of their better players. So I will likely call up somebody that's on the lower end of the 40-man roster to just stick on our bench and not worry about it too much. And hopefully those 2 other teams down in AAA and AA can do well, get to the postseason, and get to championships. And we have 20 games left in the regular season, and I'm just going to send the playoffs when we get there. I'm not going to show you any of that action. Don't really need to. And we're going to finish off this episode with Edgar Mota and his quest for the MVP award. He's a sure lock for the Rookie of the Year. McKinney hang on, driving enough runs, keep his batting average up high enough to fend off the guys that are second and third. If we go back over here to the awards section, you can see Aaron Judge is right on his tail. So is Jacob Wilson. So it's going to be how many home runs can he hit? How many RBIs can he get? And can he keep that average up near 290 so he can win this award? If Mota wins Rookie of the Year and MVP, he'll be the third player in the history of baseball to do so. First one was Fred Lynn back with the Boston Red Sox in 1975. And the second one was Ichiro Suzuki with the Mariners in the early 2000s. So Mota shooting for history. Already had history earlier in the episode when Freddie Lorenz threw a no-hitter as a rookie. So now we need to finish off this incredible rookie season for Edgar Mota and see if he can take home two of the biggest awards for hitters in baseball. So without further ado, we're just going to go in here and player lock, and I will play through the rest of this season, and I'll show you highlights as the last 3 weeks unfold. And here we are, Game 3 against the A's. The Angels looking for a sweep. A's are already up 1-0, bottom of the first. Edgar Mota comes to plate. You can see hitting 285 with 38 homers, 100 RBI, facing Joey Estes. And the 1-2 pitch is going to be a shot into left field, and it's going to drop for a base hit. Here we go. We need him to get all kinds of hits, not just home runs. He needs to raise that batting average up in the 290s. Now we're going to hop ahead to the bottom of the third. Jesus Mate just tied the game with an RBI double. So we have 1 on and 2 out. Edgar stepping in, as we just saw, single this first time. Estes still on the mound. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and it's going to be a ground ball to first. Kurtz has that, and that'll be the third out as they fail to score another run. And we hop to the bottom of the fifth. Mate with his second double on second with 2 outs. Edgar Mota looking to get another 2-out rally going here. Steps in against Adrian Hauser this time. It's down on the count, 1-2. Here's Hauser's pitch to Mota. And it's going to be a little shot over third base, and that's going to drop, and Mate is going to round third, and he's going to score. And the Angels are going to take a 3-1 lead here. Second hit of the day for Mota. There we go. Now we're going to go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Nelson Rada struck out to start the inning, and Edgar Mota, 2 for 3 on the day, is going to step in now against D.L. Hall this time. Nobody on, 1 out. Got a full count at this point. Here's Hall's pitch. And it's going to be low for ball 4, so gets on base again, keeps that average up. And he would not score, but the Angels would hang on and win, and they sweep the A's. Awesome when you can beat these teams in your division, sweep them at home. See, we win the game 5-1. 3 hits for Mate, 2 for Mota, 3 for Rosario, 2 for Gavin Cross, including a home run. Counted out 11 hits and had 3 walks in the game. And the very next day, we would start a 3-game series against the St. Louis Cardinals here at home. See if we can keep on this roll after we just swept the A's. Edgar Mota is going to come up here with 2 out in the bottom of the first inning. No score. Quinn Matthews on the mound for the Cardinals. Mota heading to count 1-0, and here's a pitch, and that's going to be a ground ball to the left side, past the shortstop into left for another base hit. There we go. As I said before, a throw gets away from second baseman. Don't need a ton of home runs, just need all the hits we can get. Now we go to the bottom of the third. It's 1-0 Angels. Mota singled his first time, leading off the inning. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's going to be a shot into right field, and it's going to be off the wall. Wow, he just missed a home run by about 1.5 feet, and he's going to be held to a single. He hit it so hard. Now we're going to pick things up here in the bottom of the 4th. Still 1-0 Angels. We have 2 on and 2 out. Edgar Mota, big 2-out RBI situation here. Still facing Quinn Matthews. Here's the first pitch to him. There's a line shot up the middle, and that's going to score 1 as Mate rounds third, and he comes in. Rada is going to stay at second base, but the Angels up to 2-0 lead now. Mota smoking hits right and left all over the field. Just took that right up the middle. Get that batting average up around 290. That's the goal. Now he's going to come back up again. Here in the bottom of the 6th, Mate walked and stole second. We got 2 outs. See if we can get another clutch RBI here, and they're not going to give him a chance. I wouldn't either. They're just going to walk him. And our Angels would hang on and win this game 2-0 as Bowden Francis goes to 8-13. Jason Foley with his 40th save. Look at the stats. 2 hits for Made, 3 for Mota. So he's on base 4 times. And Bowden Francis, 7 shutout innings. Miller and Foley finish it off. And Edgar Mota reached the 40 home run plateau in this game right here at Oakland. You can see he goes 3 for 6, hits a home run, scores 2 runs. We pound out 15 hits and beat the A's 6-2. And then 2 days later, we get pounded 15-2 by the A's. But Mota's lone hit in that game was home run number 41. Take a look at the MVP race. He is still number 1, batting average up to 292, 41 homers, 107 RBI. Logan Gilbert coming at 22-5, trying to steal the MVP award away. And Aaron Judge up there in average in RBIs, but those home runs are going to keep him back. We just got to fight off Logan Gilbert now. In the last 2 weeks, week and a half of the season, we have 9 games left. Can he hang on and win not only the Rookie of the Year, but MVP? And the Trash Pandas would win the Southern League North Division by 2 games over the Lookouts. Take a look at their final season stats. Nelson Ling, that A potential second baseman, led the team with 120 hits, hit 251. Only 5 home runs, 12 stolen bases. Alexander Ramirez, he is 25 and a C potential, 12 home runs, 59 RBI. And we can go down here to Ricky Garner, our first round pick last year. Finished at 235, 15 home runs, 17 stolen bases, 56 RBI. And he's still a work in progress. He's probably going to spend next year down in AA as well. Get him going, and gets hot, we'll push him up to AAA. And only 79 strikeouts, that's good. Need to push the walks up, need to push the hits up. But overall, a okay start to his pro career. On the pitching side, Jimmy McGinnis, A potential, finished at 11-11, 3.27 ERA. Daniel Mateo, 9-8 with a 2.76. Roach was 12-8 with 3.32. In the bullpen, Eduardo Casto, 2.54 ERA. Erla with a 1.81 ERA. And Julian Aguilar, 39 saves. He will be pitching in AAA next year for sure. Is probably going to bring up Daryl Bovee up to the majors. If not, then Aguilar will be his setup man. And now the Philadelphia Phillies come to town as the Angels trying to wrap up this season on a high note. You can see we're up to 71-83. The game said we would only win 70 games this year. Pick this up in the bottom of the first. Edgar Mota coming to bat with nobody on and 2 out. See, he's got that average up to 292 now with 41 homers and 107 RBI. Trying to cling to that MVP lead. Gage Wood on the mound. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Mota. And it's going to be a pop fly into left center field. And outfielders racing over, and they're going to have that for the first out as we fail to score in the first. Now Mota comes up. 1 on, 2 out here in the bottom of the third. Made doubled. Rada singled him home. Tie ball game. See if he can get this 2 out. Run scored from first base. Here's the pitch from Wood. And it's going to be a smash to third base, and he snags it just off the top of the ground for the 3rd out. Now we pick it up here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Still tied at 1. Rada on first base with 1 out. Mota 0 for 2 on the day. Average hovering right around 290. Down the count 0-2 to Wood. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a smash in the center field, and that's going to be caught for the 2nd out. Now we pick it up here again, bottom of the 8th inning. Angels are up 2-1. Rada led off the inning with a walk. See if Mota can drive this run in, get an insurance run for us. Here's the pitch from Max Laser. Runner goes. It's a strike. Throw down, and it's offline, and stolen base there by Rada. First in the majors for him. Check out this replay. Gets a good jump. He's a little guy, too, and he gets in there safely. I'm not sure a good throw would have had him. So now we have man on second, nobody out, 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And Mota hits this over short, and that's going to drop, and Rada's going to round third and score as the Angels take a 3-1 lead here late. Clutch RBI there by Edgar Mota. Just the kind of thing you need from MVP candidates. And our Angels would End up winning this game 5-1. Tyson Miller with the win. Gage Wood with the loss as we lead this series 2-0. See the box score. 2 hits for Rada, 2 hits for Rosario, 2 for Pinellas. 108th RBI for Mota. Stolen base for Rada. Bowden Francis, another really good start. And the Bees would fall just short, losing Pacific Coast West by 2 games to the Aces. Take a look at their final stats. Leandro Santana led the team with 158 hits, 9 home runs, 42 stolen bases, hit 261. Got to get that slugging up, but love that 71 walks to 84 strikeouts. He did have 31 doubles and 10 triples, so he's not hitting home runs, but he is getting extra base hits. Kevin Biggio hit 304 with 15 home runs, 14 stolen bases, and there's a pretty good chance he will be our starting second baseman in the major leagues next year. Gabriel Rincone's 15 home runs, Kevin Parada with 14, Oscar Colas. Once we called up Rada, Colas became the everyday center fielder. He had 14 home runs. On the pitching side, George Clausen, 12 and 11, 168 strikeouts, 161 innings. Victor Medeiros, 7 and 11, 137 Ks. Richard Duke, 12 and 8. Sandy Gaston, 10 and 7. Sean Espinoza, 5 and 9. Got that ERA below 4. He was struggling early on. And in the bullpen, Bill Perez with a 1.46 ERA. He is ready to come up to the majors next year. And got a bunch of guys down here with really low ERA. Alexei Ponce, another one of our draft picks. And then Darryl Boovey, 52 saves, 87 strikeouts in 80 innings. And he is definitely ready to come up to the majors next year. Probably be a setup role in front of Foley. And we got Foley for 2 more years. And that'll give Boovey some chance to do low leverage situations before he takes over as our closer. And with 1 week to go, Logan Gilbert looks like he's going to get this start on the 19th against Baltimore, and then possibly the last day of the season against Toronto. So 2 more starts for him. If he gets 24 wins, it's going to be very difficult to hold him off for the MVP. We, on the other hand, have 6 games left, 3 against Cleveland at home, 3 at Kansas City. And Freddie Lorenz trying to win his last 2 starts and get him up to 10 wins on the season. And we already know one we're looking for the most, Edgar Mota, 289, 41, and 108. Slowed down a little bit on the home run side, but if we can get a few more games with 2 or 3 hits and home run and 3 RBIs here or there, might just be enough to fend off Logan Gilbert, but we'll find out here after we play this final week of the season. And we are down to the last week of the season. Pins and needles here, trying to see if Mota's going to hang on and get the MVP as well or not. You can see we have 72 wins on the season, already beating last year's result. We're going to pick things up here in the bottom of the first. Mate popped out to start the inning. Rada reached on an error. And I'll bring in Edgar Mota now with 1 on and 1 out. See his averages dip below 290 right now. Down in the count 0-2 to Kevin Williams. Here's a pitch, and it's going to be a little bloop over short, and it's going to drop for a base hit. There we go. So now we have minute, first and second, and 1 out, but we would fail to score in the inning. Then we pick it up here in the bottom of the third. Guardian scored 2 in the top half. Nelson Rada leads off the inning in the bottom half with a solo shot. Now bring in Edgar Mota. Nobody on, nobody out. 3-1 count, and he's going to take ball 4 high. So he's going to get on base. We continue to rally this inning. We would only score 1 that inning, and Mota's going to step up again. 1 on, 1 out here in the 5th. Got his average back to 291. Count even at 2. Here's the pitch from Williams. And it's going to be a ground ball to short. Scoop there, throw across the diamond, and he's going to be out. Now we pick things up here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Single by Pinellas, a walk by Ward, a walk by Mate. Rada with a bases-loaded walk ties the game, so Mota's up with bases loaded, 2 outs, facing Eric Sabrowski, lefty, 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. It's going to be down the left field line and just goes foul. That might have cleared the bases. So reset now. Bases loaded, 2 out, 2-2 count, 2-2 score. Here's the pitch to Mota, and he chases a fastball and strikes out the end of the inning. Tough pitch there. Now we pick it up here in the bottom of the 9th inning. We're down 3-2, 2 outs. Mota up facing Cleveland's closer, Emmanuel Clase. Tough spot here. He's definitely the man we want up in this spot. One swing of the bat, we can have a tie game. He's down in count 0-1. Here's the pitch from Clase. It's a shot into right field. Back to the track, to the wall, and it's gone! Edgar Mota just tied the game with a solo shot. 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. Off the closer, Emmanuel Clase. Home run number 42. And he just keeps leading this team, coming through in the clutch all season long. My goodness. Team is absolutely pumped, as they should be. See this replay. Right down the middle. Got all of it. I wasn't sure if it was going to get over or hit off the wall, and it definitely went over. Cross would follow with an error. Rosario singles, and then we get the win as we score 2 in the 9th off Clase. We rally for the walk-off win. What a huge game there. Check out this box score. See 2 hits for Ramirez, 2 for Peraza. No home runs allowed. That's good. Gavin Williams pitched well. The Clase 2 runs in 2/3 of an inning. Blew the game, our side. Nelson Rada, home run, 2 RBI. Mota, 2 hits, including a home run. Benelis got the game-winning RBI with 2 hits. Lofton, 2 hits. And Freddie Lorenz, complete game, gives up 3 runs, 7 hits, 1 walk, 6 Ks, and he goes to 9-8. And I checked the MVP race after the game, and despite Edgar Mota's heroics, Logan Gilbert moves ahead of him. He didn't get a win, but he only gave up 2 runs in 7 innings. So right now, Logan Gilbert is number 1 on the MVP race. Mota's got some work to do in his last 5 games. We need to hope that Gilbert doesn't pitch that Sunday game or he gets shelled, so Edgar can hang on and win this MVP race that he's been leading for almost the entire season. And then they're going to pick this up very next day, game 2 against Cleveland. See, we're up to 73 wins now. Edgar Mota, huge home run to tie the game last game. See, he leads all of the American League with 42 bombs. Pretty much going to hang on to that. We're going to pick him up at the bottom of the first. 2 outs, nobody on. 291, 42, and 109 now. Facing Tanner Bybee. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And check swing. He's going to strike out on the changeup. Definitely fooled him there. And we pick things up in the bottom of the 3rd. We got 2 men on and 2 men out. Mota stepping in now, facing Bybee. 0-2 pitch. And it's going to be in the dirt. Runner goes, throw down, and Rada is safe at second base. So wild pitch. Going to have men at 2nd and 3rd now with 2 out. Base hit will score 2 runs. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch from Bybee. And there's a shot to right, and that is not coming back. 3-run shot for Edgar Mota. Absolutely destroyed that pitch. His 43rd home run of the season. Hit it 420. There you go, Jimmy. And the Angels jump out to a 3-1 lead here in the bottom of the 3rd. Look at this replay. He went down and got it. That was knee high, and he golfed it way up into the right center field stands. Bybee knew right away. See this replay. Kind of a towering shot there. Definitely got all of that one. I'm going to pick things up here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Rada, solo shot with 2 out, makes it 4-1 as we keep pouring it on against Tanner Bybee. Mota, 1 for 2 with 3 RBI on the day, 3 for 6 with 2 home runs in the series. Trying to wrap up this season on a high note. Get that MVP award. 2-2 pitch, and he strikes out on the cutter to end the inning. Now we're going to pick this up in the bottom of the 7th inning. Made walked and stole second base. Rada struck out. Mota's going to come up now. Man on second base and 1 out. See if we can add on to this lead. Phil Maton in for Cleveland. And they're not going to give him the chance. They're just going to walk him, even though they're already down 4-2. They don't want to make it any worse. Gavin Cross flies out. Rosario flies out to end the inning. We would hang on and win this game 4-2. Tyler Bremner gets his 7th win. Jason Foley his 42nd save. And we win the series as we win the first 2 games. Check out this box score. 4 hits for Benelis, 2 for Ward. Only 1 hit for Mota, but it was a 3-run blast. Gave us the margin of victory. Rada with his home run as well. Mate 47th stolen base. Remner 1 earned run, 3 hits, 5 walks, 4 Ks in 6 innings. And Edgar Mota's 1 for 3 performance with that big 3-run homer vaults him back over Logan Gilbert into first place in the American League MVP race. And we have just 4 games left in the season. Can he keep it up? Will he hang on and get this coveted award? Be only the 3rd player to win Rookie of the Year and MVP? Or is Logan Gilbert going to steal it? Let's find out. And the Guardians would win Game 3 so we don't get another sweep. And now we go on the road. Final series of the season as we go to Kauffman Stadium, take on the Royals. We're only 2 games behind them in the as far as record goes. Go to the top of the first. First 2 guys made out, so Mota's up, nobody on, 2 out. See his numbers there, 290, 43, and 112. Stephen Kolek on the mound. Pitch, and it's going to be a ground ball to second base. Scoop there, an easy throw, and that's the end of the first inning. Mota kind of hooked that ball, pulled that outside pitch. Now we pick it up. He's up again here in the second inning. What a huge inning. Cross with a single, Benelis a single, Keegan with a single, Lofton a walk, Mate a walk, Rada a single. We've plated 4 runs, and there's 2 outs here in the inning. Still 2 men on. Kolek still in the game. Mota looking to make this game a laugher early. Heading count 1-0. Here's the pitch from Kolek. It's going to be a smash. Oh, knocked down at first base. Flip to the pitcher, and he beats Mota to the bag. That ball will look like it's going to be extra base hits and score 2 more runs, but a great defensive play. We still put up 4 runs in the inning. Now we go to the top of the 4th inning. 2 outs. Mate singled and stole second base, so Mota's going to come up again with a man in scoring position. Feels like he's been doing that the entire month of September. Here's the first pitch from Kolek. That's going to be a smash over short. And that's going to get down and go all the way to the wall as Mate's going to score. And Edgar Mota is going to wheel into second base with an RBI double as the Angels take a 5-0 lead here in the 4th inning. There we go. RBI double number 22. See the replay. Just inside outs the pitch. Right into the perfect spot and just rolled all the way to the wall. Mate, with those wheels, he knew he was going to score. See this replay. Outside pitch, he just goes with it. And that's going to be it as Kolek finally mercifully gets taken out of the game by the Royals manager. They're going to bring in Marlon Benoit, see what he's done on the season. And Crosswood single in Mota, so now we're up 6-0. Pick this game up here in the top of the 6th. It's now 7-0. Rada with a leadoff single. Mota coming up. See, he's 1 for 3 with an RBI double. Up to 113 ribs on the season. Down to count 0-2, though. Benoit's pitch. And broken back, ground to the 3rd. Scoop there, throw to first, and they got Mota. Severe jam shot there by the pitcher. Nice play by Garcia. Now we're going to pick it up here in the 8th inning. Mate singled, stole second. Rada singled him home, so now it's 8-0 Angels. 1 on, nobody out. Marlon Benoit still in the game. Mota looking for his 2nd hit. He's only 1 for 4 on the day. Got a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be a pop fly into left field. And that's going to be caught for the first out of the inning. And Gavin Cross follows that with a 2-run shot. It's 10-0 Angels. And now we're going to pick this up in the top of the 9th. Single by Lofton. Couple of strikeouts. And Edgar Mota is going to come up again. He's 1 for 5 with a double. Doing damage to his batting average here. 3-2 count. Genesis Cabrera on the mound. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be a pop fly into shallow center field. And that's not going to get the job done as he's going to go 1 for 6. It's not going to make a difference as the Angels pound out 16 hits and win 10-0 as Bowden Francis' 3rd straight excellent start as he goes to 9-14. Check out this box score. 2 hits and 2 runs for Mate. 3 hits, 3 RBIs for Rada. 1 RBI double by Mota. 4 hits and 3 RBIs, including a home run by Cross. 2 hits by Benelis, Keegan, and Lofton. 2 steals by Mate. Gets him up to 50 on the season. And Bowden Francis, 8 shutout innings. Ginkel finishes it off. Now we have Game 2 at Kansas City. See, we're up to 75 wins. Really good improvement. Made and Rada made outs to start the top of the first, so Mota's going to be up. Nobody on. 2 out, facing Noah Cameron. Here's the pitch. There's a shot in the right field, and that one is not coming back. Solo shot by Edgar Mota. Home run number 44 on the season. Just kept that inside the foul pole, but he gets the Angels off to a quick 1-0 lead as his power just keeps showing up as we finish off this long season. Dude has been just simply amazing. Way more than I expected out of him this year. I thought it was going to take him another year, hit 30 home runs this year, 85 RBI, but no. He is finishing up just like he started, very, very strong. And we have a tie game, top of the 4th inning. Mota leading off the inning. Their DH tied the game with a solo shot. And Mota's going to strike out. What a pitch there. Chased it way off the plate. Cameron with a nasty pitch. And Mota's going to come up here again. Tie game still, 1-1 in the 6th. Rada struck out to start the inning. Mota's average sitting at 290, 44 and 114. Nobody on, 1 out. It's down to count 0-2. Here's the pitch from Cameron. And he's going to strike out on a nasty slider there. So after the solo shot to start the game, he struck out twice. Now Mate singles and steals second base. Mota's going to come up now. Go ahead run at second, 1 out. Here in the 8th. Caleb Ferguson, another tough lefty, in for the Royals. Count is at 2-2. Clutch spot here. Here's the pitch to Mota, and it's going to be a ground ball to third base. Grab there, throw across the diamond, and the runner stays at second. We don't get the go-ahead run in. The Kalai Rosario will knock in Mate with a single, and we would win this game 2-1. Tony Gonsolin gets his 14th win. Ferguson takes a loss. Foley with his 43rd save, and we win another series as we win both games 1 and 2 here in Kansas City. Here's the box score. Mate, 1 hit, but he scored the go-ahead run. Mota with the home run. Gonsolin, 7 innings, 1 run allowed. Now we go to the last day of the season. Can Edgar Mota do enough to win the MVP award? Bright sunshiny day here. And Mate singled and stole second base. Rada grounded out, so Mota's going to come to the bat now with a man on second and 1 out. See his numbers hitting 289. Got to get that average over 290. Luis Severino on the mound for Kansas City. The 1-2 pitch. And it's going to be a ground ball to third. Scoop and a throw. And it's going to be the second out as the runner stays. And after a Nelson Rada leadoff walk here in the 4th, Mota's going to come up. We're down 3-0. 2 for 11 with a home run. RBI double, RBI solo shot. That's all he's done in the first 2 games. Full count. Here's the pitch. There's a shot to right field. And that one is gone also. Edgar Mota just finishing this season on fire with another big fly. Home run number 45 as he ties Mike Trout for the 3rd most home runs in a season by an LA Angel. Gets this game back to a 1-run game. There we go. Replay on this. Way out in front. He kept it fair. He hooks it inside the foul pole. Now Mota's going to come up with nobody on and 2 out here in the 6th. Still trailing by a run. Luis Severino still on the mound. See Mota's numbers. Needs at least 1 more hit to possibly get up to 290. Full count on him now. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be low and away, ball 4. So he's not going to get a hit, but he will get on base as the tying run. And he would not score. And Carlos Estevez is going to come in now. Royals closer. See, he's got 43 saves on the season. Mota leading things off. And he's going to try a bunt. Why would he do that? And he's going to ground out to second base. The guy just hit a nuke. And he's got 3 home runs in his last 4 games. And he, whatever. And the Royals hang on and win the game by a weird decision by the CPU to have him bunt. Severino the win. Lorenz takes the loss. Estevez with the save as the Angels win 2 out of 3 to finish the season. I'm dumbfounded as to why Mota would bunt in that situation. We only had 3 hits, and he had a 2-run shot. Decent start there by Lorenz, but will it be enough for Mota to win the MVP? We will just have to wait and see. And that wraps up the 2028 season for the Angels. They finish with 76 wins, 86 losses, 11 games back in the division. They do not finish last in the American League West. In fact, there are 4 teams that were worse than us in the American League. And 5 teams worse than us in the National League. So we're sitting at the 10th spot when we get to the draft lottery. And if you go back to our division, we're the only team in the division with less than 600 runs scored, and we were 29 below that. But we were also the one of only 2 teams with less than 600 runs allowed. We had the fewest runs allowed. So our pitching was good. We desperately need offense, hoping to rectify part of that by having Rada up for a full season next year and bringing up Leandro Santana as well to help play that DH role, get another good bat at the top of the order. But we are all waiting for this right here. Want to see who won the MVP. Did Edgar Mota hang on and do it, or did Logan Gilbert sneak it out? Actually, before we do that, let's extend this drama just a little bit. Let's go to the Yankees, see what he did, and they lost. And, he gave up 10 hits and 5 runs and 4 1/3, so hopefully that's enough to sway the voters. So now let's go in here and see, did we win MVP? We know he won Rookie of the Year, but did Edgar Mota get MVP? Rookie of the Year, there it is. And American League MVP, so there we go. Edgar Mota becomes the third Major League player to win MVP and Rookie of the Year in the same season. Look at that. 289, 45, and 116. National League side, Pete Alonso, 45 and 114. Beats out Junior Caminero and Shohei Ohtani. While we're in the awards, Logan Gilbert does win the Cy Young in the American League at 22 and 6. Joe Ryan wins it in the National League. Batting title goes to Bo Bichette and Will Smith. Reliever goes to Hunter Harvey and Randy Rodriguez, who had 63 saves to break the Giants. No, he broke the Major League record. Broke the Giants and a Major League record. Edgar Mota, MVP, ran away with it. Freddie Lorenz comes in third. There we go. Had a stellar season himself. Over in the National League, Will Veras, 226 with 15 home runs. That's a really bad rookie class over there. Hank Aaron Award goes to Nick Kurtz and Shohei. Gold Glove in the American League. Let's see if we have any Angels on this list. David Fletcher came in second at second base. And nope, Silver Sluggers. Edgar Mota gets one at first base. Anybody else? No. All right, so there we go. We also have league leaders. Edgar led in home runs. Jesus Mate led in steals with 53. We knew Moto led in RBI as well. And let's go in here, take a look at hits. Jesus Mate came in third. Where was Mota? 14th. Okay. Doubles, Mate was 5th with 43. Triples, Mate was tied for 3rd with 9. Edgar with 45 bombs, 116 RBI. Runs scored, way down the list. Moto was 79. There we go, 53 for Mate, which led all of baseball, just beat out Bryce Terang. Walks, we have, I don't know how many guys we had. Didn't have a ton of walks. Nope. On base percentage, Mota's 13th. Slugging, Mota was 2nd behind Nick Kurtz. OPS, Mota was 3rd behind Kurtz and Judge. And didn't have anybody in wins, losses, saves. Foley was 5th with 43. ERA, Freddie came in 5th with 279. And Gonsolin came in 4th, fewest home runs allowed. Strikeouts, do we have anybody remotely close? Nope, not yet. And Freddie came in 3rd in innings pitched with 209. Whip, there we go. Freddie was 3rd. Pitching WAR, where'd Freddie come in? 9th. Batting WAR, because he plays first base, he doesn't get enough credit for it. Mate has 5.3, and all the way down here in 26th is Mota because he plays a position that isn't valued in the defensive side of the WAR rankings. It's kind of bogus. So that takes care of the awards, takes care of the league leaders. And you can see the Yankees are the number 1 seed, Minnesota 2, Athletics are 3. They're going to take on Seattle. Houston's 4, taking on Boston. The other side, Giants have the best record. Phillies ranked 2nd. Pittsburgh 3rd. They take on the Mets. Dodgers 4th. They take on the Reds. And we are not done with our seasons. We have the Trash Pandas have a 1-game lead in the AA championship against the Montgomery Biscuits. So we're going to go ahead and just quick sim these games and see if the Trash Pandas can win the AA championship. Here's game 2, Dave Roach against Brandon Birdsell. And we're going to go ahead and watch this and see if we can get the last out with Julian Aguilar on the mound. All right, got a 4-2 lead, 2 on, 2 out. Todd Sanchez at the plate. Here's the pitch from Aguilar, high for ball 1. Sanchez 2 for 8 in the series. Now Sanchez down the count 1-2, 1 strike away from a AA championship. Here's a pitch from Aguilar. And he swings and misses and strikes out, and the Trash Pandas win. They are AA champions again. We saw it earlier when Mate was down there. We get another one. So yeah, not getting championships on the major league level yet, but we're getting them down in the minor leagues. Gotta love it. Now we're going to sim the postseason. See who wins the World Series. And the Pirates defeated the Mariners. Wow. Pirates broke a 12-year drought, made the playoffs, and they go all the way and win the World Series. They were number 3 seed, beat the Mets 2-0, swept the Phillies, beat the Giants in 7 games, and beat Seattle in 7 games. Wow. So we had 2 teams coming from the wild card round all the way in, and they win both league championships, and Pittsburgh hangs on to win in the World Series. I'm going to take a look at this real quick, if you guys will indulge me. So they win the first one, lose the second, win the third, lose 2 in a row. So they had to go back home and win the last 2 games. And who's the winning pitcher here? Seth Hernandez was the starter. Who started this game? Jared Jones. Well, Skeens lost that one. So Skeens win the first game and he loses game 5, but they come back and win the last 2 at home. And let's go look at this. Danny Jansen, of all people, World Series MVP. American League postseason MVP is Ian Happ, and Connor Griffin is the National League postseason MVP. So, wow, there you go. Pirates win the World Series. Take a look at our guys real quick. Tyler Bremner is up to an 82 overall. He is our number 1 starting pitcher in the organization. You can see his progress across the board. Freddie Lorenz, you can see his progress across the board. Coming down here to the minors, Espinoza's going up. Daniel Mateo's going up. He can get all of his hits, strikeouts, and walks up into the 60s. He'll be major league ready. Guinness has got a ways to go. Reliever side, Bill Perez, he's ready to come up. Ponce's got a ways to go. Those walks per 9 are going to hurt him. Closing side, Uvi, he's going to be up in the majors as a setup guy next year. And if Foley falters, we'll just flip-flop them. Connor Wong is going up across the board, even though he played terrible this year. He hit 178. Keegan's going up. Laverde's going up. Edgar, he's going way up. Look at it, 87 power against righties, 86 against lefties. He's going to win a triple crown with those contact rates over there as well. Nelson Ling, second baseman. Told you, Kevin Biggio. I don't know, he had a great year this year. It doesn't show his stats there. Alex Pinellas really increased his power against lefties. 16 home runs. Jesus Mate, look at that. 73 contact against righties, 78 against lefties, mid-50s on his power. Defense is going up. Stole 53 bases. Only got caught 4 times all year. Got to cut those strikeouts down. Leandro Santana is going up. 76 contact against lefties. Yeah, we definitely need to have him in the majors next year. Play DH. He could also play first base, and Mota can play some left field too. And Nelson Rada went up a little bit this year. What did he end up with? 254, 9 home runs. There we go. And Ricky Garner, just need more time. It's going to take him another year or two, probably 2 more years before he's up. Fly Rosario is improving, especially discipline and clutch. Ooh, he went up to a B potential. There we go. Might not have to go look for another outfielder in the draft. Only 25. And we'll quickly run down through these regular season stats for this year. Jesus Made led the team, 183 hits, 14 home runs, 55 ribs, 53 steals, 294 with a 460 slug. Edgar Mota hit 289. I wish he could just finish at 290, but 45 home runs, 116 RBI, had 9 steals, slugged 574, had an OPS of 934. Gavin Cross broke out this year. Average doesn't show up at 15 home runs, 58 RBIs. Was excellent. Benelis, the same thing, 16 and 48. Clyde Rosario, 14 and 55. Dominic Keegan took over as a starting catcher when Connor Wong just couldn't hit. Lofton took over at second base. We're going to have competition for there next year as well. Nelson Rada came up, did great. He will be our starting center fielder next year. Ryan Ward's going to go to the bench, and Benny Montgomery's probably going to the minors. He's going to get replaced by Leandro Santana. On the pitching side, Freddie, 9-9 with a 279 with a 105 whip. Tony Gonsolin, 14-10, 3.22 ERA. Medina, 13-11. 3.43 ERA. Tyler Bremner, 7-8, 2.93 ERA. Bullpen side, Tyson Miller just missed pitching 100 innings in relief. 2.64 ERA, a 1 whip. That's awesome. Kevin Ginkel, 4.02 ERA. Jimenez, 2.88. Danny Young, 2.43. Eric Miller, 3.69. Johnny Brito, 3.52. And our closer, Jason Foley, 2.87 with 43 saves. So there we go, our final stats for 2028. And that's going to do it for the 2028 season for the LA Angels here in the Draft Only franchise. I would consider this a very, very successful season. Got all the way up into the mid-70s in wins, and we have this guy right here. MVP, Rookie of the Year, All-Star Team, Silver Slugger, Home Run Derby, Home Run Champion. Already filling up the cabinet in year 1. That's ridiculous. And we have another absolute stud pitcher coming in Derek Siddiqui that we just drafted. And I don't know if he's going to spend any time in the minors or not. And I'm going to give you a little spoiler here. Next episode, we're going to go and do a little bit of the offseason, re-sign some guys, see if there's anything out there in Rule 5 draft that we can use to replace some of our veterans that aren't doing anything. And then we're going to go into spring training, and I'm going to let you see Leandro Santana, Denzer Guzman, let Rada play, Made, Mota, Bremner, Lorenz, Derek Siddiqui. All these guys are going to be on the spring training roster, and see if Siddiqui can make the staff right off the rip, not even spend one day in the minors. So next episode, do something I haven't done in this franchise at all and show you some spring training footage. So that's what we're going to do. We'll do the off season, we'll do spring training, let you see a lot of gameplay from that, and then the next episode after that will be opening day. So hey, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, comment, share it out, hit that notification bell so you know when the next episode goes live. And I will catch you soon with the off season and spring training for 2029. You guys take care and have a good one. Bye-bye.